I ate for refusing to help my ex-best friend talk to my son and saying some hurtful things? I'll jump right into it. 4 years ago I learned that my 22-year-old son wasn't biologically mine, and my wife at the time had an affair for a couple years up until my son was born. I don't doubt it lasted longer, but that's as far as I was told. Her affair partner and biological father of my son was someone I thought I considered my brother, my now ex-best friend that I knew since we were kids. I tell you, nothing cut me so deeply than this triple truth. It's been a few years and I'm still healing. My son's unwavering support is what helped me immensely. I'm divorced now and have no contact with either. My son also made the choice to cut ties with them and hasn't spoken to his mom in almost 3 years. Well, as it turns out, the old friend decided to come back into my life. He apologized for the millionth time for what he did and knows he made a horrible mistake, but he's begging me to talk to Steven, my son, whom he hasn't had contact with in years. My ex-friend was the one to confess about the affair and Steven being his because he couldn't take being in the sidelines anymore. He was hoping after all this time that my son would have finally come around, but he's been completely shut off from his life. And Steven has told me before he wants nothing to do with him, and I'm only dad. My ex-friend was always around as the fun uncle to my son growing up, so he was hoping after giving him some time, Steven would be open to developing a deeper relationship. That hasn't happened, and that's why he's come to me. Honestly, I wanted to laugh in his face for even thinking he had the right to come into my life, and I told him off. I was so angry in that moment and told him this is his punishment for stabbing me in the back. He gets to have his biological son turn his back on him and refuse a relationship, and I'm not going to do anything to help him. He apologized for wasting my time and left. But I guess he informed his family of his visit. These are people I was once close to and were also like my second family. His mom, who I have a ton of respect for, called me because she was disappointed in my reaction. She understands the horrible act her son committed, but now he's just a father wanting to connect with his son and finds what I said very petty and cruel. She assured me not as cruel as what her son did, but still I should put this aside now and help Steven fosters a relationship with him. Instead of saying something so heartless like him being shunned from his son's life as a punishment he deserves. Having had time to cool down from the interaction, I'm not sure if she's right in this case or not. It came from a place of anger and hurt, but I'm not sure if that would necessarily make me in a hole for having said it. Now for the top comments. Comment number 1. NTA. Your son is 22. Plenty old enough to know when, if, how he wants to build a relationship with your ex-best friend. It's not your place or responsibility to guide him towards that. In fact, it would probably damage your relationship with him if you did try to encourage that, as I'm sure you've considered. You keep chugging along and being the dad you are. You're doing a great job. Comment number 2. Oh, sorry, I should probably clarify my son was 22 when this first came out, but he's actually 26 now. Comment number 3. That is terrible that the ex-best friend waited until your son was 22. It honestly sounds like he didn't want to pay for child support 0 to 18, or university, college 18 to 22, which is why he waited so long. Just the age timing. As he knew there was the chance the kid was his from the get-go, or was directly told he was the father. He waited until the bulk of raising and financial responsibility was over so that he could have a fun relationship with him. Comment number 4. Ding ding. The friend waited until the son was an adult. He avoided all the parental roles and financial obligations. Comment number 5. You owe your ex-best friend and his family nothing. I think you should just reassure your son you love him no matter what. Even if he someday decided he wanted to get to know his biological father. That being said, I don't think the ex-best friend and his family are considering that your son may have also felt betrayed by that loving uncle. I'm sure that plays a huge part of why he hasn't forgiven his biological father. The man sat on the sidelines for years and watched as someone else raised his son, only wanting to step in when the time was convenient for him. Comment number 6. Right? Now that he's an adult and the parenting part is over, he's ready to swoop in and be dad the buddy instead of the dad that had to often be the bad guy, or dad the punisher, or dad that had to sometimes say no. Comment number 7. And Steven has told me before he wants nothing to do with him and I'm his only dad. Keep this in mind. This boy is your family of choice. Cherish him and keep him emotionally well. Comment number 8. NTA. Your son is an adult and capable of deciding this on his own. I would suggest you to make sure your son actually feels this way and isn't refusing contact because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. You're his dad, you raised him no matter what the DNA says. However, it may be beneficial to talk to your son about seeing a therapist because I'm sure this information was a bit traumatic for him. I know it was for you. Comment number 9. He has been seeing one for a couple years now and he's told me before he just can't stand to see either of them. This was a major life for him too and he dealt with his own identity issues. Thanks for watching this video. Your comments are highly appreciated. If you like this video, please subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the notification bell as well.